Number 165.
Alright, hello 5th grade. Me, Mr. Rubens here with another video. This time is on number 165, the Marines Hymn. If anyone has any family in the Marines or in the Army, they may have heard this as it's another very famous historical song. So, there's a few big things in this which I'd like to discuss. The first and the main opposites within this piece are accented versus unaccented. Think about that. Accented versus unaccented. So we know an accent in music is what? So an accent in music is when you have a note and the composer decides to give it even more emphasis so that it pops out. So it's pop. Instead of just being a regular solid note, it's you want it to go forward. So it's done for a regular, just unaccented G would be. And now the accented G would be. So it might be a little hard to tell there, but the main thing is you really use your tongue. You go ta, ta, even more aggressively than just a regular note. So we want the accented versus unaccented. You'll notice there's a lot of accents here. I think it will be a good thing to count how many there are, and then let me know what number you found. All the ones like this. The next thing is the 2/4 time signature, which means 2 beats for every measure. So that's pretty simple. Even bigger, especially here trumpet-wise, but for other instruments too, but I want to talk specifically trumpet. Getting up to that C on the staff is going to be one of the challenges and one of the reasons we're doing this. Because we need to keep building our range. We don't want to be limited with certain notes. So, to get up to that C, for example, in measure 3, or on the second, everyone sees the second line, the beginning of that, you want to make sure 3 things. 1, the opening of your mouth is small enough to get that C. 2, your cheeks are not puffing out, so you're not going. And 3, the air is continuous. So your air is steadily going no matter what. As if your air is not going, you're not going to get those notes. It's not going to work. So it's very important to be thinking about that. So C, lower C. We must be able to get up to that note. It's going to help us for our future music and it's help our skills. So that's how you do it. The last thing is the roadmap for this. And I've been in class with Mrs. Iowa. She's worked on this with you, but I want to go over it one more time. Because this is a piece with a DS, a fine. We want to know how to work that. So what we do is we play all the way through both lines, taking both the first and second endings. And then we go back to that first measure, which for trumpet is 2 Gs. We don't go back to the small measure that's half, the pickup measure. We go right back to the first measure with 2 Gs because that's where the sign is. Now the sign is the one that looks like that squiggly, and everyone will see it right next to where it says allegro. That's called dal segno or the sign in English. Some other people call it dollar sign because it looks like that. So we go right to there, and we continue up until that half note on measure 7, and we play that, and then where it says looks like word fine, it's actually fine, Italian. That's where we end, because that's what fine means, end. So we just go. And then it's the end. All right, so I want to review that roadmap because that's in many pieces. All right. Thanks again. Happy practicing.